Good afternoon, Flosstube. My name is Mandy, and welcome to my channel about cross stitch. Today is Saturday, October 2nd. Where did the month of September go to now be into October? Just seems to have completely flown by. The end of the year is coming up a lot quicker than I ever would have thought. So if you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for pressing play and checking me out. I hope you'll stick around and hang out. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The likes, the subscribes, all the good stuff. So we've got a jam-packed video today. I have got 2 fully finished objects. I have a finish, I have a new start, and I have whips, and I have all. So yeah, we got a lot to go through today. Might as well get right down to it, shall we? Yeah, so it's been a couple weeks since I filmed, and I guess I've been a little busy. So we'll go ahead and get showing the new the fully finished objects. I've showed the finish a few weeks ago. Ooh, goodness, it's gonna have a horrible glare. This is Boo Friends by Diane Arthurs. I guess that's going to be kind of about the best I'm going to be able to do. I just got a couple of packs of frames from Michaels that ended up having just like acrylic. I thought it was glass, but not really glass. So I don't know, I may end up just taking that part right out completely since it's not actually glass. But just a standard frame, cheapy. But yeah, that was such a fun stitch. I enjoyed every bit of that one. Excuse me, reach here. And then my other fully finished object. I'm not the perfect framer here. By no means am I any way professional. I don't really intend to do a whole lot of finishing for other people just because I'm not the best at it. Again, we've got glare. This is I Practice Stitchcraft from Willow Hill Samplings. That border was so much fun to stitch. Unfortunately, my frame is just slightly about the same exact size as the stitch. So, wish I could be able to see that a little better. I did the best that I could to make sure that it was at least in there straight. But yeah, it's a little stitches is here. So again, not my best frame job. Again, another little cheapy plastic frame from Michaels. But it's perfect for me. What does Pam say in the land of good enough? It's good enough for me. I've got a bookcase in the corner of my living room that is a shorter bookcase, longer, shorter. And so they're perfectly set on there with a piece that I had finished a year ago or so. That's sitting right there. So kind of the extent of the fall framing is on the top of that bookcase. So that are my 2 fully finished objects. The finish that I have, I did this not last Sunday, the Sunday before, I think. It's on a big piece of material here, but oh my goodness, the colors are just incredible on this. So the pattern is a Ink Circles September Patreon exclusive chart, and like I said, I stitched it in one day. The name of the piece is Window Pane, I think. Window Pane Hearts. I have the notes in front of me. This was my first time using silks, and I used a Bestitch Me silk that was in the Summer Solstice box. The colorway is called Siren, and oh boy, yeah, it's too dark. It's really right about that brilliant. It is a really brilliant blue. I have to say though, I'm not sure I'm a fan of silks. Everyone talks about how incredible they are to stitch with, and as soft as they are, I don't know that I'm a fan, because when I separated it, and I still have a couple strands here, when I separated, my strands, because I was using 2 strands, and so it's a 6-ply strand, so I had to separate it. Do you see how like wrinkly it is? It just, I don't want to say it knotted up, but when I pulled it off of, you know, separated 2 strands out, it just, I don't know. I was on a Zoom call and someone suggested using like a thread heaven or something, you know, some kind of thread conditioner or something, so maybe, but as beautiful as this is, it was a little bit of a pain to work with, so I don't know. We'll try it again. But yes, that is ink circles. This was my first ink circles pattern that I had stitched, first time using silks. This is on a piece of Picture This Plus in Tyco, 16 count. And it's a piece that I've just added a whole bunch of stuff to you've seen before. The pumpkin was out of a just cross stitch Halloween edition from a few years ago. We've got Quirky Quaker Fox, Quirky Quaker Fishbones, and Quirky Quaker Ladybug. All 3 of those are from Darling and Whimsy Designs. And so, who knows what I'll end up adding to this. I'm not worried about the like weird layout of this. They're eventually going to be cut down and put into my stitching journal. I like working on the whole solid piece of material, so it just kind of works to keep going on that. So that is my finish, and like I said, I had a new start. One night randomly this week, I decided to go through and kit up a couple of projects. That reminds me that was something else I was going to show. I went through threads, made the list of colors that I need, pulled material. They'll probably be randomly started here soon. But then in the meantime that night, I decided to also start a kit that I had received for Christmas either last year or it could have been 2 years ago, I don't remember, from my girlfriend Crystal. She found it on Etsy shop called Rogue Stitchery, and it's called Book a Day. She got the whole kit, which included the actual bookmark with a nice little hem on it, and it came with the DMC threads needed for it. A book a day keeps reality away. Love it. And needle minder, picking up the scissors that were sitting on the table. And this is where we're at so far. So like I said, this all came with the kit, and so I've got 3 books done. I still have to do back stitching yet. Just added a needle minder for my stash that I had made. I guess I didn't even pay attention to what count the bookmark is. It looks maybe a 16. I don't think that looks quite as big as a 14 count. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. But yeah, this is like 2 evenings worth of stitching. So went pretty quickly. So that should be finished fairly soon, I would guess. Alrighty, next, whips. So everyone seems, or there's a lot of people talking about it online, of course. I see it a bunch of different Flosstubes and Instagrammers that have been talking about the 25/7 challenge that was created by Reflections and Framing, I believe is the YouTube channel. That, I forget her name now at the moment. I remember the shop name is Reflections and Framing. I think that's the YouTube name that you can find it. There's a lot of people that are doing the 25/7 where you pick a piece, stitch either 25 stitches or 25 minutes a day, 7 days a week, and it will help you get pushed towards a finish. And I've got a piece here that I haven't really been drawn to a whole lot, but it is going on 2 years since I first started it. It was my 2020 new year, new start, and I don't feel like I have a whole lot of stitching done. I'm sorry, I don't feel like I have a whole lot of stitching remaining, but I just haven't really been drawn to stitching on it a whole lot. So I decided, yesterday was the first time that I started, so I started on October 1st, and I'm gonna see what I can do to get a finish for it. And the piece I'm talking about is There's Beauty in Simplicity, item number 9 in the Cottage Garden Samplings Songbird Garden series. I adore this piece. I'm so close to finishing. I still have to finish the flower. I got this little bud to finish, and the bird, and the little doodads around it. So I don't feel like it's a whole lot of stitching left to do. So we need to see about getting this thing finished. It's on my hoop. So that's where we're at. So like I said, yesterday was my first day, and I've already stitched my 25 minutes today. So yesterday I finished up this petal, and then today started up the new petals and getting some more gray in. So, I mean, I'm able to get, I don't know, 80, 90 stitches in that 25 minutes. So, and I am going with the 25 minutes because if I did, doing nearly 100 stitches, in 25 minutes, if I do 25 stitches, I'll have that done in no time. So we need to keep going with the 25 minutes a day. I'm just picking up a YouTube video or, TV, whatever. I mean, nothing in particular or something, just to be able to sit and stitch and see if we can get this thing done. So no plans as far as, I want to get it done by the end of October or anything like that. I just want to be able to use the 25 minutes a day, every day, to see about getting myself to a finish. So that's just seen a couple of days since last saw it. Next piece we'll show. I have it right on my phone. This is called Hex Hotel from Uncanny Kari and D's 20 Stitches, and perfect little Halloween piece. I saw somebody on Instagram today had already finished it, so it's really not that big of a piece. I haven't put a whole lot of focus into it yet. This is stitched on a piece of 18 count grab bag coloring cotton. I started a few weeks ago, and so I've just got that middle where the spider is at. I have not actually stitched in the spider's legs yet because those are long stitches for the back stitches, and I don't want those to get ruined by moving the hoop around, so I'll do that last. So that's where we're at on Hex Hotel, and it is on a pretty purple. My sliding door is just blowing out everything, so really pretty purple. And that is that one. The next one, or another one, I should say, that I worked on is a floral trivet set. It is out of the April 2016 Just Cross Stitch magazine. It is referred to as a floral trivet set. I don't know if I just said that or not. But it comes, the design or whatever had two different ones on it, and I'm working on the sunflower one. And so I guess it's been 2 weeks now, almost 2 weeks. Jessie Marie Does Stuff posted her movie length whip parade, and she had a hashtag of, I think it was JMD whip parade 2021, and so she liked the idea of being able to see how much progress you made in that 2.5 hour video if you were working on something while watching her video. And so I chose this piece, and I got I don't know, 300 some odd stitches done that evening while watching her video. And so that sunflower is completely full coverage, and so I had to still finish out some of the yellow on that, and then I started working on the border. I got everything all the way around, and so now there's this second layer that I've started. So yeah, cute little piece. I'm I'm probably gonna just put these into my stitching journal, probably do stitch them both and do, because my stitching journal is like a 9x12 or something like that. It's a bigger one, and so I could probably fit both of these on one page. If you saw that tail, we got stitches. Her nail just caught on the couch. Hey, say hi. I know, bye. I know a lot of people love seeing her, so it was funny as I was putting that piece down, I saw the tail in the lower corner of the video. So yeah, cute little piece. Just gonna work on it randomly, I guess. It's kind of how I work on everything that I work on. I seem to definitely do the whole stitch what you want when you want. So another whip that I worked on is called Silver Creek, is by Silver Creek Samplers. It's called Moonshine. I had started this for my birthday earlier this year in July, and so when I had worked on it, I had only worked on it that day, and then I think it was last weekend I picked this up, and I got quite a bit done. So I had gotten just a few of the words and a star done or something the first day, and then I got a lot done the last time I worked on it. I was loving the progress I was getting on this one. So the whole quote or the saying on it is, "The moon said to me, do not wait to be whole, to let your light shine through the depths of your soul." I just love the sentiment of that. And so I have, do not wait to be whole, to let your light shine. I really had a lot of fun stitching this out. I did the lighter yellow first, and then I filled it in with all of the brown afterwards. If only I could figure out the font to make other letters of this, I feel like I would want to stitch out Shinedown, my favorite band. That's just a really cool font, but I don't know that I'm creative enough to come up with the rest of the letters to stitch that out. I got enough stuff to stitch. I don't need to stitch that out. But I love this piece. I can't wait to get over to that moon, because I know the moon is going to be so big. It's going to take a while. This is stitched on a piece of, I forgot, 18 count Bestitch Me in Artemis. Yeah, that's it. That was it. 18 count Artemis. So it's just a really soft gray. I did have it in a hoop, and I decided my 11-inch Q-snap was going to work much, much better, and I was very happy switching over to that. So yeah, needle minder, I would have gotten that from Gina's Unique Needle Minders on Facebook. So then the last whip that I have to share is called Black Cats and Spooky Bats, charted by Park Hopper Bart, and it was charted with Leo and Roxy Floss. Get away from the shine. From that you can get through Evertote, and this has been such a joy to work on. I have just absolutely loved working on this. Of course, last night I found that I had to do some frogging, and I'll show you why. So that was a little bit annoying, but overall I have so enjoyed stitching on this. So last night when I had picked it up, at one point I mean I had been working on other areas, and then I finally set it down to grab some food or whatever, take a break, and when I picked it back up, I had noticed that it was somewhere over in here that the I mean, you can tell that there's quite a consistent border. It's the same shape, throughout the entire thing, that I had missed a stitch. And so when I had changed threads, as basically what it ended up being, that and so then it set everything from here down to like about here off. So, and it would have been too noticeable of a difference to just leave it. So I had to do some frogging. But yeah, so that's the entire width of the whole piece. I have the color in these flosses are amazing. It's been such a joy to stitch with. So this is Leo and Roxy in Sage, and it's a really pretty variegated green, and so you can definitely, in the right lighting when I'm working on it, I can definitely tell the variegation is coming through with these greens, and so it's just looking really pretty. So I've got one more black cat to stitch here, and then I've got some of these little lighter color doodads to go in over here, and then that bottom bar will be done, and I can move my way up. So I started in the middle, and then it was just kind of the way I had it in my Q-snap, easy to work my way down. I'm not 100% sure about the spacing between why the ampersand is so close to that. So once I get everything stitched out, because nothing goes into that space right here there, I almost feel like I may move that. It's not connected to anything else, so I can easily take out the ampersand, move it over a few more stitches to center it a little bit better right there. I don't remember exactly what all it, I guess how the spacing of it looks. Yeah, the other end of it goes into a purple swirly bit. So just the way that, you know, I'm following the charting, and so just not, that could be centered a little bit better, I think, just in that space, so I may fix that. But otherwise, I'm loving this piece. I am stitching this on a piece of 16 count color and cotton in the color Fennel Seed. I received this as a giveaway from Color and Cotton, along with 3 threads. I showed those a few weeks ago. I'm loving this piece. Alrighty, so it looks like that is all of the whips that I have to share. Real quick, I'll show what I kitted together the other day, because it was on a whim. I just decided to go through what patterns I had, and like, oh, I want to stitch this, I want to stitch this. So one that I put together is Halloween Cat from Satsuma Street. I just definitely, you know, all the black cats, Halloween 365. It is, I still find it so funny that I don't have little kids to take trick-or-treating. I don't decorate for Halloween, but I love to stitch it. I cannot stitch enough of it. So, and of course, black cats. Hello, everything goes with black cats. So, yes, put together black cat from Satsuma Street. Love the colors. So I put them all in a, it's from Bags Plus. I don't remember what these are called. Floss Buddy Flip, something like that. It holds 45 colors. While this doesn't have 45 colors, I don't think, it's definitely got a lot of colors. I've got a list of the colors that I still need to get. I probably have them in other pieces, but I hate digging through other projects when, you know, you can just pick up another skein of DMC. So that's what I've got. And I don't have whatever is called for material, but I have a Bestitch Me, and I'm gonna mispronounce this, I'm telling you, every single time that I share this. Anemone? And I think I said it right the first time. And then and now I can't even say it. Anemone. I mean, to me, it just looks like it says anemone, but I know it's anemone? I don't know. It's this, either way, whatever the name of it is this beautiful purple. And I just think it's going to be perfect on that. I really like the Bestitch Me fabric. So that is one piece that I put together to start. Another one, I can't wait to get started on this one too. So I stitched a companion piece called Cluttered Kitchen a few years ago from Sue Hillis. And so this one is called Strong Women. I've had this thing in my kit, or in my stash, for many years now at this point. Women are like tea bags. We never know how strong we are until we're in hot water. I just think it's adorable. And so, yeah, here we go. So there's Cluttered Kitchen. I stitched this one. Still have not finished it. And then I don't have this one. It's just Women Are Angels. And when someone breaks our wings, we simply continue to fly on our broomsticks. We're flexible like that. I love Sue Hillis designs, so I still need to find that one, I think, for my stash. But they're so fun to stitch. I think it calls for being stitched on just a piece of white. Yeah, they used antique white material. White on white, just... So I found this... It says white, no, Witchelt. Graceful Grey. So it's not hand-dyed or anything like that, so it's just literally a really pale, really pale gray. So, and I'm using another one of my, this is a smaller version of the one I just showed. It's got less pockets. I think I counted 25 on this one. I showed this in haul not too long ago. It's got a beautiful peacock on it. If I can stop dropping things today. There we go. Fun projects to start one of these years. I'm sure sooner rather than later because of having most of the supplies all together. And so another one that I just had to get together. And this one's in plastic, bear with me here. Beautiful Things from Lindy Stitches. Oh my darling, it's true. Beautiful things have dents and scratches too. And this one hit a little closer to home this year than ever. So I decided I gotta stitch that. And that little bird is just so freaking cute. I am all about stitching all of the birds. And so then I pulled another Bit Stitch Me. This is in Scroll. So it's kind of a neutral brown. Really pretty modeling on that. I think it called for Earthen. Picture this plus, I think. Yeah. So I looked up, because it looks a little purplish in her picture. But when I Googled the color, it definitely looked a little more neutral. So I decided to go with that. Which I know I don't have to go with what's called for or even similar, but I don't know. Easiest to do, I guess. So I started pulling some of the, I'm going with DMC because it calls for Classic Colorworks. I just pulled DMC. I believe this is a floss bendy flip, also from Bags Plus. Beautiful, beautiful colors there. So again, I still have more colors to buy for that. But otherwise, that's another piece that is ready to start. So maybe next week you might see some of these new starts. Alrighty, last little bit, some haul. Well, first things, not really haul, but prizes that I had won. Michelle Bendy, Aaron Two Martini Stitcher, and Rachel Ray Crafts, I think it is, all on Instagram. I'm sorry, I meant to say it on YouTube, Flosstube channels. And then Resist Stitch, Alicia, she's on Instagram. They have all been working together for a marathon for September and October to raise money for MMIW G2S. Murdered and missing indigenous, that's another word I can never say, indigenous women, girls, Two-Spirit, something like that. So they had a couple of Zoom meetups that you can join, pay a little, donate a little bit to their mission, and you get to join in on their stitching Zoom chat. And so they were giving prizes away. So one of them, I won a needle minder, and it is from Jonesy Stitchery. That is on Instagram, Etsy. She may be on it. She may be on have an Instagram page. I don't know. I meant to say Etsy. Megan, I know she's got some designs too. So check out Jonesy Stitchery. So we've got a glitter puffin, and that is definitely glittery and so cute. And so then another one of the Zooms, Erin, to Martini, sent me a really pretty card, and I got to pick out a pattern. It is Heart and Hands Hodgepodge Hearts. I figure this will be a perfect little piece to do in my for my stitching journal, and I'll probably just end up grabbing some of my pretty variegated threads, you know, hand-dyed threads or whatever. Someday project, right? Alrighty, haul. Oh goodness, have I got the haul. I went and did a little needle shopping on Gina's Unique Needle Minders Facebook group. She had a Halloween sale, and so I bought a bunch of needle minder, well, a few needle minders, and then my expo haul came in. So we have this adorable kettle, whatever you want to call it, which kind of fell in. And then we've got a really cool looking skull with flowers, and then we've got a witch with purple hair flying on her brim. So, do I need more needle minders? No. Do I love them? Yes. You can never have too many needle minders, right? Alrighty. So my expo haul, they're all still in the their plastic baggies, and so sorry for any glare. I really wish that some of these would get away from having to be in bags, because the way they are, I don't want to, you know, get rid of the bags because I've got so many of them, because then you lose pages. So but we've got Chubby Bird from Jeanette Douglas, and that is on an actual photograph. Pretty cool how she did that, but and then it's just a folded up piece of paper for the pattern. This is going to be really little itty bitty. I think it's going to be like, I don't know, 3 by 5 or something like that. I don't know. It's not going to be that big at all. So, but it's adorable. I'm getting to be like Robin in Bird's Eye Stitches. Hi Robin. Stitch all the birds, right? We're gonna have to have my own bird wall here. And then we've got a Meow the Merrier. This is from Little Stitch Girl, called the Gatekeeper. It's so cute, purr. And it's an adorable little kitty cat. Again, stitch all the cats on Halloween. And I just had to get Quirky Quaker from Darling and Whimsy's Designs, the owl. I just love that. It's called for it to be done in a ghast, that brown. So I don't know. I may have to get a hold of that just because that brown is so pretty. And I don't know if I have any other browns. And then another one was Silver Creek Samplers, Beg Your Pardon. This was a complete and total spur of the moment buy. I just... It's so cute. A little mouse and some cheese. I love it. I can't wait to stitch that one. And then we got a couple of bendy stitchy designs. We've got Autumn Witches. I still have some of our other ones to stitch up yet. I think I've got one of them started, the Winter Witches, that was in last year's Black Needle Society box. I've got that one started. One of these days I need to get back to it. And then Hildy at the Apothecary. This was a collaboration piece with Darling and Whimsy Designs. She's got these little perennial potions is what those are, and that's kind of, it's miniature versions of those. I have not yet stitched a Hildy. They're so cute, but we're definitely gonna have to stitch that. And then I got these from Abby Topknot Stitcher Shop. Love her little shop. She included a little sticker of her shop, and I got a Meow the Merrier sticker. So then she also threw in a couple of the Meow the Merrier pieces, freebies. So we've got the blue flower, little boo, a little cat sitting in a pumpkin. And then her Meow the Merrier from Abby is Sunflower Cat. So these use the Sulky that were in earlier this year's Moo the Merrier pack, and so I still have those. I have not yet used any of them. I gotta get on the Sulky bandwagon. Gotta give them a try. I like the variegation that comes in on it. So, but yeah, that was my Moo the Merrier. So that was all of my expo. Very last thing to share. This is a little bit longer video because we've got everything. This month's Bestitch Me of the fabric of the month. I don't know which one I'm in. I feel like it rotates month to month of neutrals to something colorful. I don't know, but this one, if you aren't wanting to see what they look like, you may want to look away. But we've got After the Harvest, and this one is quite modeled. Definitely out of the norm for her stuff, I think. I feel like her stuff is not usually that bold of the modeling, which has been actually one reason why I really like the Bestitch Me fabrics, is because you get some of that without it being the entire piece. So this one's a little out of the norm, but it's still pretty neutral with all of that. All right, folks, I think we finally got through everything. My stacks have dwindled and they've moved, so I must have gotten through everything. If you've stuck around this long, thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone watching, liking, subscribing, all the good stuff. Personal, not a whole lot going on. Not really a whole lot new in my life. Not a bad thing. Just working away. Yeah. Just enjoying the work from home life, I guess. Me and Stitch is hanging out all day while I get to stitching. Actually, I think one thing that I can share that is new is that I've got a new desk put together. I bought this thing in October. No, scratch that. I bought this thing in March. It actually got delivered the weekend that I started feeling so crappy when I ended up getting COVID. So it has been sitting in a box since then. I got the chair all put together shortly after when I started feeling better, but it took me forever to get the desk put together. So a wonderful, wonderful coworker and friend and her husband came over one evening a couple weeks ago and got it all put together for me and helped me organize and everything. So that's been nice to actually have a desk in my living room rather than this huge table in the middle of the room. So we'll see if we can get Stitches to say goodbye to us. I love her little voice. It is just, it's so fun. I love having her around. So I hope everyone is getting lots of stitching in, and keep working on those projects. Just whether you're working on one project or whether you have a rotation and you're constantly switching, whatever, just keep stitching. That's all that matters, right? It's progress. So I know October is a month of dark stitching for a lot of people. I feel like I do that all year long, so I don't have any specific plans. The only plan that I would like to try to stitch stick to is stitching on that 25/7. So we'll see what kind of progress I can make on that. So I am gonna keep posting progress pics of that in my stories. So if you want to watch my progress there, then you can kind of see that, you know, day by day, see it all come together. So I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe and healthy. Take care, keep stitching, and we'll see you guys again next time. Take care.